Hello. Hey people. How's it going? Definitely wasn't planned. I never plan really anymore to do lives. But I do feel like I want to on this one. Coming back on mankind's favourite medicine, aged urine, fresh urine. How amazing is urine therapy? Your blood is fucking phenomenal, guys. The power of your body is it's going to be annoying. I hate these breaking up lives. There's no point doing them if they're just going to keep breaking up, isn't it, all the time? Okay, yeah, so, urine up the nose. Hi, Sarah, and anyone else watching. Yeah, man, I really don't want to do one today, but I feel like I've got too much energy to burn. I actually feel a little bit, how to say it? I beat myself too much in my brain. My brain feels like fucking on fire. It's crazy. I feel like I've got too much energy. I feel like I've jumped myself up too much today. I go on and off urine protocols all the time. I have a little standard, so maybe I do daily a little bit of aged urine massaging on the face. Not that much. I'm actually, over the past year actually, guys, I've been weaning myself off dependency. This year and a lot of last year, I've been weaning myself off dependency of aged urine. I think it's a great base and foundation, urine therapy, don't get me wrong, for your health. So we always do the most powerful health, in my opinion. You should always do the most powerful health protocols first. And the foundation should be urine therapy, drink your fresh urine, and then aged urine is a great foundation. But holistic health, and I want to cover all bases for all people. And because I'm obsessed with not just one thing, I've got like Tantra mastery to come by myself with a partner. I've got a lot of things, meditation, chakra meditation, something I haven't talked about. I just did it first Monday. I went on and did the Zoom live. I'm doing that every about the benefits of chakra meditation. But again, I'm waiting on a few things till I build up a knowledge, because I realise my excitement is cool, but I need to be a bit more grounded. Like, I'm not grounded now. But you're still watching, right? Maybe it's cool if people aren't ungrounded, but anyway, I've been weaning myself off urine therapy a little bit. Not being so hardcore. For the books that I wrote, I was hardcore into them for the 1 or 2 months prior. But weaning myself off. But the thing with these things, coming back to them, is it's a huge shock to the system. So one of the things I haven't been doing for the longest time is for a few months now, more or less, is urine up the nose. I've been doing the neti pot-ish, but I've been off that too. I know it's a plastic, guys. This is a neti pot, though. You put it. Neti pot is when you can put any medicine up, and then you tilt your head, and it goes to the side and comes out the other nose, and it clears the nasal passages that goes into the brain, clears that a little bit, and it clears the ears very powerfully. But it comes out. But now I'm not going to talk about that. I'm talking about urine up the nose. I'm talking about getting it going like this. Samuel G. Cohen. Synchronicity's coming up, isn't it? I interviewed him. He put his post. If you guys know Samuel G. Cohen, drinking through the nose, add him. He talks about it. He's the one that pretty much gave the community on Facebook and us urine up the nose, fresh urine up the nose, and then we transmuted that into aged urine up the nose, which is cool. But yeah, aged urine up the nose is very powerful, and it means, like, taking it like this and letting it go, and then doing it like that. And of course, when you do it like this, Sarah, when you do it like this, of course, there's one nose. We know with alternate nostril breathing that one nose is predominant and the other one's blocked a little bit. It's always happening. So one nose is full, one nose is blocked. So there's kind of a problem, if you do it just like this, right? It's going to go in through one nose more than the other. So what I do, and what you should do if you're going to do fresh urine, aged urine up the nose, anything up the nose, as Samuel G. Cohen says, any medicine up the nose, distilled or whatever, what you're going to do is, you should hold your nose up like this and put it in through the left, take some up, put your nose through the right, and take some up. This is so fucking powerful. I don't think people understand this. I'm sure many of you. Very cool, but believe me, this is like really transformational health protocol for brain health and for energy systems. I did some today, not that much, because I'm dry fasting 22 hours a day, eat 1 meal a day, dry fast 22 hours, and I've got to get my water window, aged urine protocols and all that stuff, within 2 hours of eating food. So, and I don't want to drink that much water like I used to be. I'm huge onto dry fasting. I'm huge onto drinking. Less is more when it comes to eating food, and less is more when it comes to drinking water, and that includes urine too. Unless it's aged urine, in which case you can go through tides. You can criticize whatever I'm saying. Whatever I'm saying is not dogma. It's paradox, isn't it? Some days you want to take loads of water and quality water and flush the system out. Another season, another week, you want to do empty and dry. So don't take everything I say as dogma. Do your own shit. My point is, for me, today, I didn't take that much. I mean, there's not that much in there now, but there was less in there, and I didn't do that much. But I make sure when I go up the nose, I take it all in, and it doesn't spill out. I mean, it's okay if you spill out, but I try not to, because it's medicine, right? How old is it? A couple of days. Not too old. So it's aged, but not that old. Not enough to burn properly, right? That's another issue. When you take really old stuff, it burns the fuck out of you. But it's good. So, warning number 1. When you take aged urine up the nose, if it's like 1 to 2 weeks old, doesn't matter what quality of urine you've got there, 1 to 2 week old plus aged urine up the nose, you know, oh my god, it's so powerful, it's going to burn. Now, when it burns, don't freak out, and don't think you're dying, and don't think it's bad for you. Because after the burn, which might last a little while, depending on how toxic you are, that's okay. And depending on how little, if you do it every day, it will burn less. But at the first, it might burn a lot. And your eyes might water and cry. I remember those times, my eyes crying, the back of my eyes. And I thought I was dying for a few seconds there. Because after that comes the bliss. That's why we do aged urine up the nose. It's such a powerful protocol. What it does is it wakes the brain up. What it does is you're putting uber super structured water into a specific it's localized medicine for the brain. So it's targeting the brain. When you put uber super structured water into the brain, what happens is harmony, peace, tranquility, return to center. You return to center. The exact opposite of what the Matrix doesn't want. In other words, your mind goes really quiet, you become still, or you get loads of energy like me. Erratic, because I'm at the erratic stage. I don't know why, but I feel really bouncy and lively and way too much, and I feel like I can talk too fast, and I talk fast enough. But I forgot that there's levels to how fast I can talk in my flow and mastery, and I seem to be talking a lot faster today by myself and now with you guys than I am normally, which is fucking cool. But I have energy to expend. That's very good, right? I have energy to expend. That's why I did this live. So I thought, okay, let's talk about this. Because what's giving me the energy to expend? The thing I'm talking about, the aged urine up the nose. Even fresh urine up the nose is a really good protocol. Now, this is like obviously for people that are worried about brain diseases, which is like the majority of the population. This is basic shit for them, right? Like, they should be doing distilled water up the nose, neti pots with distilled water, fresh urine, definitely. And they really should do. You're never going to get dementia, and you're really going to help any kind of brain disease attack with these kind of... It's going to burn up toxins in the brain. It's also going to mean that you need less sleep at night, because a lot of sleep is to do with toxicity in the brain. Like, sleep is needed for the whole body, but a lot for the brain, because that's why the brain cells, like, shrink to a third. The glial cells shrink to a third the size. Do you know that? Your brain cells shrink to a third... 33% normal size when you sleep, so that the not lymph system, the glimpse system can come in, cerebrospinal fluid can come in there and clean the brain out. But you won't need that because you've got really powerful uber super structured water which goes in there and just harmonizes everything. It's so fucking powerful. And another thing during up my nose is a little goes a long way. So remember I said earlier about less is more with dry fasting and less is more with eating food and drink too? Well, if you're going to compare fresh urine, which is good, to aged urine is more powerful, so only need a little bit. If you do a couple of weeks old aged urine up the nose, it's going to burn the fuck out of you. And guess what? After the burn, just that little bit, very powerful. Way more powerful than if you lose 1 to 2 litres of fresh urine up your nose. Why wasting your time doing my bias? Why time putting 2 litres of urine up your nose? Yeah, when you can just drinking like 300-400 mils of urine, fresh urine, just get the job done with like drops of... I mean that, such a little amount. By the way, when I did it today, mucus poured out and out and out. That's another thing you talk about. Mucus is the probably, I don't know, I'm not an expert. I do believe in Sebi's work. I do believe in error. I listen to everyone, get a little bit from everybody. I do think there's something to mucus being mucusless diet, as people like Sarah, who's jumped on here for a second, know, and people that eat fruits know mucus foods. And when we eat the mucus foods and we fast and shit, we get a lot of mucus out. Well, one of the reasons why urine therapy works, especially when people do aged urine, but even fresh urine, we find that, and up the nose, we find that the mucus starts pouring out, man. What is that shit? That's called disease, man. That's called unhealthiness. Like, oh, there's so much that poured out of me today, and it's just normal, isn't it? Like, we've got so much crap and mucus in there. Even if you've been living a mucus-free life for years and years and years, there's so much crap in the colon and the mucus around the nose, it's ridiculous. It's endless work, but it's also really fun. Another thing when you do aged urine up the nose, it clears up the channels. This is most if you're going to talk about breatharianism, and you believe in breatharianism, which I do, that we used to be rely on the breath, and you know we had great air, we could just breathe through the nose and get all the energy systems right. Well, with the it ties in with the mucus. Now we all have a lot of mucus, and of course the diseased masses have way more mucus up the nose channel. What does that mean? And how do we know? Well, just listen to somebody snore. Maybe listen to your partner. Maybe listen to other people, fat people snore around. Why are they snoring? Because there's mucus in the nose. Now, what does that mean when there's loads of mucus in the nose? means you can't breathe properly. And then sometimes they even open their mouth. Mouth breathing, holy shit, we're just going on different topics here. Mouth breathing is really dangerous. What's going on breathing naturally in people is this blocked nose. How do you unblock the nose? Hello, neti pot, and also, hello, aged urine up the nose. It completely clears the channels. It goes deeper than that, though. When these become more clear, and there's subtlety to this, because it might not be blocked and you might not snore, but there's levels of how much this gets blocked, even for us. So we can take it to new levels of unblocking these channels, the Ida Pingala, the sashimi. What does that mean? It means that we are taking it to new levels of vibration. We can meditate deeper. We can meditate much deeper when we do aged urine up the nose. Much deeper. We can go into deeper state of harmony. Yeah, this is clear. Now we're getting more oxygen. Now we're alkalizing. There's more oxygen coming through the nose, alkalizing the body. The energy comes from alkalinity. The energy comes from these channels being more and more clear. Another huge one. Aged urine up the nose. What does it do? Well, there's the pineal and there's calcification of the pineal is definitely true. And also growth. You want the pineal to be big. We have atrophied pineal glands. Our ancestors had much bigger. How do you get them bigger? You can sun gaze, you can fast to get this bigger. Another way to decalcify it, but definitely to get it bigger, is to do aged urine up the nose. It really affects health. It really opens up the purple chakras. Another thing, definitely, the chakras is real. It will clear the channel, the purple chakra channel, all the shit in your brain that's going on. You could argue that all diseases come from emotional. If you believe in emotions are the cause of all diseases, and that's definitely true. A lot of emotional work we've all got deep traumas. Well, it starts in the brain, isn't it? Because of thought. It gets trapped in the body too, don't get me wrong. That's why fasting works, but it happens in the brain. So aged urine up the nose will also help remedy those incorrect thoughts. I have an opinion that a lot of mental diseases like schizophrenia and OCD and all that stuff, they're in the brain, but I think they can be cured or somewhat dissipated with urine therapy up the nose, with aged up the nose. It's here, it's direct channel. Look, I also do massaging pretty much daily, a little bit on my face, and that's another great way to get it into the brain, because any medicine, especially aged urine, you put in here, it's going to get through the skull into the brain, but it's even more of a direct channel when you take it up the nose. Just like if I took aged urine massaging over the gut, that's going to get into the colon too, but if I did an enema, it would be more effective. Or same with this. It's going to get it in through the brain. Oh, wait a second. Yep. But the direct channel is through the nose. This is the direct door to consciousness. I posted this a while ago. Maybe I need to find that post. There was in a book that I had on Ayurveda. The nose is the door to consciousness. It's the door to the brain. Like it really is, and the brain is the seat of, the pineal, the sacred center. So this is a very special area to focus on, and I'm glad and pleased for people like Samuel Cohen that I interviewed, and he put up on his channel. I put up on my channel in a few weeks' time, maybe next week. But he brought this to our knowledge and awareness, and now there's a lot of us doing it. I think we should try and make it a daily thing. I myself shouldn't be doing this irregularly. I've forgotten how amazing it is, and I feel so much more energetic and so much more than my normal state. I'm used to a high vibration state anyway, but I'm just telling you guys, it's really powerful, and you don't need to do a lot with aged urine. It's great. And one more thing, like I said, it does hurt. It does fucking hurt, but that's okay. It doesn't mean you're dying. For me, I like it. I like the hurt, and I'm sure some guys, maybe women too, can relate, but I like the idea of something being painful. And then nothing in life really comes easy. This is a self-improvement cheesy thing, but we know this is true. It's what woke most of you guys up. Nothing in life ever comes easy. We had to suffer a lot and made a choice, right? I'm not going to suffer anymore, I'm going to change. Well, this is kind of like a daily suffering, the purification of the vessel, because you've not been looking after yourself, and also not even that, because even if you are looking after yourself, the world out there is fucking toxic. Even the air you're breathing is toxic, It's all toxic. It's not even your fault. It might not be your fault. So it's nice to have this little thing where you think, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm going to go through some pain today, but afterwards, I'll tell you what, it's one of those things, like, you go through a little pain for, like, 30 seconds, 20 seconds of it, but afterwards, you get the whole day a high. It's worth it. Sometimes it's worth it. It's a bit like semen retention for guys. It's definitely worth not ejaculating, even with a woman. It's definitely worth delaying that ejaculation for a better fucking natural high than actually going for the ejaculation and that short-term gratification. Same with aged urine up the nose. Like, it's a bit painful, worth it in the end. I mean, it's not for everybody. Not everybody. I can. And I know other people can too. And if you're curious, try just fresh urine. That's good too. But there's levels, and yeah, I don't waste my time. I just go straight to the whatever's hardcore and do whatever you love and whatever you want to come to. I hope you're open-minded to try it. Definitely get a normal bottle. For neti pot, you need a neti pot bottle, right? But for drinking up the nose, it does a different thing. A little bit. It goes up to the brain, and then it kind of goes round. You'll feel it in the saliva. Every time I do it, by the way, I can feel more saliva, my saliva. I just want to spit out. I never normally want to spit. So I definitely feel it going down, and then I want to swallow as it comes down the throat. It's a very powerful medicine. I think certain things should be part of daily practices. I think this is one of them. Neti pot or drinking up the nose, aged urine, both, probably. They're very powerful, one or the other. It's very good stuff. So, I will go after I've spilled my crap on you guys. Yes, and maybe quickly. Aged urine is uber super structured water. What does that mean? It's Gerald Pollack's four phase. Gerald Pollack's four phase of water is in between a liquid and a solid is liquid crystal, is aged urine. That's why it's so powerful. Becomes a state in between a liquid and a solid. That's why it feels sticky. But it rubs into skin really easily. It's uber super structured. That's its main power. I know it. I know it is. I'm so glad I found that one out. Cheers, Mitra. Oh no, I hate it. Yeah, I hate to lose your you lose. I just spilt some on the carpet. It wasn't a lot, thank God. A couple weeks old. It's a bit annoying when you lose your old stuff, definitely. Yeah. All right. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate your time, and God bless you. And may you try fresh or aged urine up the nose. It's a great protocol. Make it a habit. Better than me if you do make it a habit, but it's a brain high. If you're ever feeling low, tired, or want extra energy, try it out, because what I say can be found out by your own experiences. Simple as that. Experience. I know nothing but my own experiences and connect to the dots. So it's great for people that are really suffering with all these kind of problems, and you just want that extra energy system. I will try and get back onto it the next couple of days and see if I can mellow out, because I feel a little bit too ungrounded in a kind of crazy way. So maybe I'm not used to it. I've made myself ungrounded right now, but I'll get back to it, and yeah, I'll report back. It's very powerful, and it just needs a bit of practice. You just pop it up, sniff, 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 and tilt your head. Oh, one thing, I tilt my head upside down when I do it. So I tilt my head upside down to let it sift in the brain a little longer after I put it up the nose, and then of course the mucus just starts pouring down. Then I'll go again. You don't need to use that much. Alright, peace, and thanks for watching. Appreciate you all. Bye-bye. Just read the last comment that I seen come up. My experiences, I wouldn't trade for a large money. Terrorist, great point. Yes. Experiences are king. And by the way, it's liquid gold, isn't it? You can have all the money in the world, but your age is fucking powerful if you're poor, broke, homeless. Yeah. Money don't factor into these games when you come into urine therapy and health. Money don't really factor in. And the funny thing is, the people with a lot of money, you can buy health. You can, actually. There's a lot of technologies you can. But the people with money don't know the best ones. I do. I'm a biohacker. I watch podcasts. I know the best shit. So it's people like me they come to, right? That tell them what's the best technologies. So even if you do have money, you can buy health, but you won't, because you don't know what's healthy and you go to listen to the doctors anyway. So, yeah. Done. Experience. Alright, and peace. Bye. Love you.